crafting. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's like every game that comes out now, they just have to shove some type of crafting mechanic in. I don't
Okay.
always need to craft. I don't. I do not.
Okay.
It's
So
like when we were talking about, hold on, I'm gonna let you, but it was like when we were talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. It would be weird if you really got sick as Arthur, you really had the tuberculosis, and you really like had to really deal with that outside of the cutscenes. And when you're in your open free roam, you have to, you know, you would feel weird. I'm not autonomous. I'm not having the experience that I want with this cowboy. It's the same thing. Stop making me have to go collect things to then put them together with other things to make other things.
I-
It's busy work for no reason. I don't need it in every game. There are some games where it makes sense. There are some games where it makes sense. Resident Evil, that makes sense. World of Warcraft, that makes sense. Minecraft, that makes sense.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. You're passionate about it, so I feel bad saying this. I love crafting systems. I love them so much.
No.
I love.
Why would I
crafting
need to
systems.
craft it in okay, and you don't craft, but I'm just giving you an example. Why would I ever need to craft in, let's say, Prince of Persia? Give me a reason to add crafting to a Prince of Persia.
Okay, fair. Not really a game where
Without
you need to do
crafting,
it.
that game is still fun,
It's
yes?
still fun.
And there's no craft. So I'm not saying don't craft at all. I'm saying stop trying to make. I played Apex the other day. They have crafting in Apex. Bro, I'm in a battle royale trying to finish people off. I don't have time to be crafting backpacks.
I didn't
I
know
don't
they
have
added
time to
crafting
be.
into that. That's
What am I crafting for?
okay. All
What
right,
is the
fair.
point?
There's some games that don't need crafting. I'll give you that much. That cramming crafting into every game would be stupid. Like, I'm not gonna lie, hitting me with that Prince of Persia line, that really, I'm still kind of struggling trying to come up with an answer because
Come
Prince of
on,
Persia is
but
kind of
they'll think
stupid.
about it.
That's a good
Man,
point.
they'll do it. Kasuna, they will do it. They'll remake Prince of Persia, and all of a sudden now you have to go collect pieces of sand to put with the stone to make a new dagger every time you level up past level 9 because now your level 5 dagger is no longer good. It's like stop. Just stop.
Okay, I guess crafting has its own place. I can't even bat at you yet. I'm trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out a crafting system for Prince of Persia that would work, but there really is none. But you would have to create a whole
Yeah.
new game with the
Oh
name
my
title Prince of
god.
Persia, which would be a
Yeah.
problem because at that point
Prince
you
of
ran away from the game.
Crafting. Come on.
Okay, I'll give it to you. That one's different. That one caught me off guard. I was going off of
Come
like
on.
predatory stuff that money over games, but you literally put out a whole system out of nowhere. But that's a good
Yo,
one.
it's getting ridiculous. It's honestly getting ridiculous. And we spoke about this in the last episode where I believe the question, to paraphrase, was something along the lines of, do you feel like games are no longer fun? Something along the lines of like prioritizing, I guess, money over the fun or something like that. Or if you, and I pretty much was saying that there are like 5 or to 50 game mechanics that they put in this little like simple array.
He said
And they just
array,
do like
like people out here be coding all the time. Like, oh yeah, I get what the array is. I'll have an array of mechanics I could use for.
right, but they do, and then they make like some type of like for each loop, or like do while do this mechanic while while, while revenue equals like greater than.
Oh yeah, equals plus plus this to make sure if and that. Make sure this mechanic, if this mechanic is running, play this mechanic also. Oh man, I hate how
Yo,
much I actually enjoy coding, to be honest.
uh, it's so crazy, man. It's like come on, stop. Let's really stop. Like let's really start going back to the idea of making each game its own thing and not having to shove different mechanics into things that shouldn't be there just because we're trying to grab kids, or if it's like we want to grab RPG players, like just stop, just make your game and keep it moving. Like we need new ideas. So just, do you understand me? Stop taking things and just and I'll preface by saying, yes, There's nothing new under the sun. You take what's old and you bring it together. There are only 10 numbers between 0 and 9. And every other number is a combination of those numbers. And yes, there's only a certain amount of notes. And I understand all of that. What I'm saying is, when we put things together, though, it has to make sense. Right? It has to make sense. And personally, I feel like crafting has become the salt and pepper of the game industry. And it's like no meal is completely seasoned without this. And I'm like, hey, I'm getting high blood pressure. You know, like
Yo, you oversalted the hell out of this game.
I was just saying, use another seasoning. Okay? Why are we always trying to take the same ingredient and force it into every recipe?
I hate to say it, but you've converted me onto your side. I think I really like crafting mechanics, but it's really not needed everywhere.
I'm just saying. And at this point, bro, I wouldn't even describe crafting as salt and pepper, you know? I would describe it as ginger. You know what I mean? Because it's not meant for every single meal, and too much is overbearing. Stop forcing this into every game. We don't need it.